Hello there, my name is Retro. I like to talk about animation, and today we're talking about new anime series or point your click your own adventure anime series from Netflix called We Lost Our Human. Of course, if you ever played or watched this sort of click your own adventure sort of anime series, usually they're entertaining, not amazing. They're just enjoyable enough for a little while, and usually that all the choices you make in this series doesn't really have much consequence or really doesn't really push the story, because at the very end it's the same sort of story. You start and begin, and how many times you choose it, you always goes to the same type of ending. But this one is different. This one feels every choice you make actually has a consequence. It actually have something mean to say. And that's sort of surprising, because the same people who work on this series also make Hot Dog Boy, that I think that was the name of the series. If you don't remember or never heard of that cartoon, it's basically a very bad Nickelodeon cartoon that Nickelodeon sold to Netflix. It's about sort of a very trendy hot dog sort of superstar who people follow him. It's sort of not good. It's sort of kind of boring and sort of predictable, and none of the characters have personality. But it's the same person who made that cartoon make this one, We Lost Our Humans. It's one of those sort of kind of 190-degree turns that you just wasn't expecting, because this click component version, it actually is very good. It's not amazing. It has its flaws, but it's something sort of surprising, because you do enjoy the humor. You do like the characters, and the characters has personality. That's sort of basic. Basic is almost like what a dog cat personality, if you're a dog owner or cat owner, knows about. Like, you know, dogs are happy and loyal, and that's sort of what Hammy is, one of the main leads. You usually have the cat character, who is Jelly, who is self-centered, selfish, but very loving with his owner. Once again, if you're a cat owner, you know that. If you're a dog owner, you know that too. And this is sort of their kind of main trait of personality, but at the same time, because how different they are, they sort of condense them together as sort of a brother-sister sort of relationship. They sort of hate each other. Well, at least Jelly hates Ham, but they kind of work together because they love their pet owner. They adore him. They're just their bestie mommy. They want her attention. They want her to be fulfilled. They're scared anything wrong happen to their human, and they freak out. But once again, so what sort of incident happened that she sort of disappears? Not her, the whole human race, and both of them just don't know why. Well, they sort of accidentally kind of destroy a laptop because they were both fighting for the affection of the human, and this sort of make a sort of a reaction to whole universes that makes it sort of kind of jump through time, not time, different universes now, words that now Hammy and Jelly have to figure out how to keep jumping to the main universe they belong to, go back to human, but they have twist after twist that you don't realize what actually going on. Someone pulling the strings or maybe not. And that's what makes it so interesting, because there is someone pulling on the strings, but it's someone that you don't expect. It kind of throws you off. So you have to reset the whole game again. But I love it. There's sort of multiple different endings. You have to reset a certain specific time. But I love it. Each time you do reset it, it doesn't go in the same story. You don't go, oh, I made a mistake, I have to go back and rewatch the same scenes over and over again, but you don't. That's why it's so interesting, because they block that section you have ever seen and go a different direction that you not have chosen. And that's when you make it so refreshing. It feels every single time you make a choice, there always a consequence. Like, love it even more, it sort of depends which character you follow first. I follow Jelly first, and he's sort of sassy and whiny and blaming his sister, but at the same time, I can stop the sort of pity act. I can stop in any moment, because every couple of choices, they come back to it to be sympathetic to choose the blame to be, yeah, it was a bit choose my blame in other words. I choose this character to be, yeah, this is my fault in other words. Or I can ignore it and keep being an asshole for a little bit longer. I do not recommend it stretching it out because if you keep choosing being the asshole, it does get a little bit tiring. But it's one of those things, it's your choice. Every choice you make, the story goes longer or shorter, depends what you feel about the character's time to change. But I love it. You also have Hammy has the same thing, that she has the choice to be good or evil. In fact, both of them became sort of evil depends the choices you make. You also wonder what the point they made them turn evil. And that's sort of interesting because they allow you to reset it a couple of times. Not a lot. A total of 3 times. But you really don't fully notice it, especially all the dark twists they actually go to. Like, for example, the very beginning, I chose Jelly, that he have to fight evil zombie pet animals, and that's sort of kind of creepy, but at the same time gets darker and darker because I keep choosing the being the asshole sort of solutions, and it's just sort of hilarious over the top. It's sort of unique, but at the same time, I could choose to stop that. And this is the things I kind of enjoy. Where we lost our humans, because it's just sort of that sort of refreshing choice that, yeah, every choice has a consequence and also can be dark. But on top of all this, they have 2 cameos that I wasn't expecting. Cameos that 2 shows that people sort of forgot exist or Netflix has. One of them in Santa World. If you like Santa World, they will appear in one of the selections. You just go to their world because they jump different dimensions that I was sort of not expecting. It was sort of surprised. On top of this, they actually have dialogue. You have the original voice actor using the original voices. So I'm sort of surprised they got them in this small cameo. On top of this, the other cameo was Hot Dog Boy. Yes, if you hated that series, he reappears once again because the creator made that series. But you have an option to kill Hot Dog Boy or not. Oh, it doesn't state that way. It's sort of a character have to make a choice to exit, get a right, or jump in on top of it to use him to get to the right, to the certain section the character needs to be. And that is sort of surprised because I chose the one who just don't ask, just jump. Yeah, I got rewarded killing Hot Dog Boy. And that is just, oh, great. I enjoyed that ending. It's just perfect. They do mention it, like, yeah, you kind of killed that hot dog. Yeah, that was the thing. But besides that, just the sort of motivation if you wanted to see this sort of click a point adventure. It's one of those sort of kind of fun, sort of surprising deep moments because they do kind of deep dive their relationship of Jelly and Ham. Why Jelly is just so selfish, and Ham being sort of naive, and then realizing, yeah, we should be a little bit better. The fact it's our fault because in the whole series or the adventure, one of them blames the other. Sometimes it is Ham, or sometimes it is Jelly's fault. They're both in fault, but at the same time, it's sort of how the story develops depends of the character of choice you make. But once again, it just sort of surprised how kind of deep it was sometimes. Sometimes it not depends on the choice, or sometimes how science fiction it really is. Because you have moments that sort of surprise you how complicated sort of jumping to different universes, explaining the reason why certain things happen. They do explain it, but they don't go super deep or just deep enough to understand, not be confused. Believe me, there are moments that confuse you because I keep resetting them different times, and the things I know what will happen doesn't tell you to the very end. So that's the thing, sort of mainly confuse you a couple of times. But other than that, I do recommend it. But of course, I do recommend take your time with it. Just play for an hour and a half, come back, because they do get a little bit tedious because they do stretch it a little bit longer, but it's all about making the right choice. Making the wrong choice does stretch out some of the scenes. But something I do recommend it, and also sort of unique really is. Also, I can't say much. It's just I do recommend it. Just don't get your highest hopes. Just take your time. You have a great time if you do. I got nothing else to say. Just one question: how you felt about this new adventure from Netflix? Do you like We Lost a Human? Do you hate it? Tell me down below. Let me know. Honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.